Hey, welcome back. As you see, we're right next to the UPS. So I'm going to lay down this bike and I want to scout out the land a little more. I got to keep down my voice because cars are probably about 50 feet from me. So let's put this bike down and go look, see where we can camp for tonight. Let's go take a peek at UPS. Looks like it's going to be pretty easy to get the bike back here. All right, hope you guys can hear me because I can't talk loud right now. Well, I just got to get the bike across that field without them seeing me. I'm not seeing anybody out there. Well, I was wrong. That guy, right when I was about to cut across that field, came out. Maybe I might try to find a different way back there. Maybe go around over that way a little bit, go through there, and take my bike around here. And that way, I'll have just a little more coverage getting across into those woods. All right, I guess let's do it. Well, this looks like a perfect way to get back there. Plenty of coverage, and it looks like I could maybe even ride my bike through some of this just to make it a little bit quicker. So I don't know. I guess I'm gonna try to ride a bike through this tall grass and just to get back there. And just one thing though, no laughing. All right, I guess I'm gonna try to give it a go. Well, so far, so good. You can hear the UPS men loading up their trucks. I mean, I thought when that guy came out, I was just gonna get on the bike, and then all of a sudden I look over and that guy is right in my face. I didn't even see him or hear him come out by that trailer. I thought he was coming out when I first seen him. I thought he was coming out to ask me what I was doing. So, but he didn't see me. And it's about time I'm able to get somebody that almost caught me on tape. But anyways, let's take one more look before we shoot across that field. Let's make sure nobody's looking over this way. Well, the coast looks about as clear as it's gonna get. All right. I thought this was a dead end at first. I was like, oh no. But it's not. There's a little opening right here. Oh, there's a little bit of woodland right there. I don't know. I'd like to get back as close as possible to UPS. And also I have to find some trees because I want to hang my new hammock up. So I guess we're just gonna go ahead and push our way in that direction. All right, let's take a peek around this bush and see what kind of view UPS has of us. Well, right there, these trees and weeds will cover us somewhat, but once we get out of here, I'm gonna have to be as quick as possible. So I guess what I'll do is, I mean, it's gonna be some choppy filming, but I'll just go ahead and record me riding the bike across that field, and so I don't have to keep on playing cat and mouse with this tripod. So, all right, let's give it another go. All right. Give one more look. I don't see anybody out there. Doesn't mean nobody's out there though. A little bit rough riding back here. Okay. Well, I guess what I'm gonna do is go ahead and sit on this ground for a few, refresh myself with some H2O, figure out what I'm gonna do. A lot of times when I do this, I end up camping exactly where I try to decide. But I'm just gonna look around and see if I can find some trees, space just right for that hammock. All right, well, I'll talk to you guys in about, I don't know, 20 minutes. Well, as you can see, we're still pretty close to UPS. But anyhow, we're gonna stay close to UPS because, like I said, the location I'm gonna pick is not exactly right here, but it's over there. I don't know, probably about 20 feet. Check it out. So yeah, right there in the middle of the screen is where we are gonna go camping for tonight. All right, let's just walk over there. a little bit closer than what I wanted, but I figured, hey, there's a place to hang up that hammock. Let's just do it there. What I'm gonna have to do, as you see, that gap in the middle of your screen is when I start putting up camp, I'm gonna have to put a netting across that, and I'll throw some branches and some weeds and some debris across that. So if anybody goes inside those trucks tonight or walks back there, they can't see us. So I'm gonna do what I normally do, and going to sit here, chill out for a little while. I would say half hour, maybe to an hour. Make sure that this location is safe and secure, and I'll get back with you. Well, there's one thing. Sure is a busy location. So yeah, I'm just gonna get this pack off my bike when I can, and as soon as possible, throw up a netting across there. But right ahead of us must be a place where they like to do inspections and things like that on their trucks. Just go ahead and wait for this guy to leave. And then we can get our move on, get camp set up. All right, I'll stand up now. All right, quickly as possible, I want to get this pack off of this bike, get that netting out. UPS driver's right in front of us. These nettings work fantastic. I don't recommend using a tarp for doing this because they're so dark, the camouflage ones. It just makes a big black spot out in the middle of the woods. This, the netting, it just blends right in. I'm gonna throw some branches and stuff over the top of it. Every time I try to set up camp, some guy walks out. So I'm gonna go on that bike and go ahead and get off a chair that I brought. I just brought a lawn chair. I mean, I don't care. I want to be comfortable out here. And until I can get my camping stool, a new one, I'm going to be taking my huge lawn chair with me. But honestly, once I go ahead and sit in that lawn chair, I mean, it's really worth bringing it out. Anyhow, I want to get that off my bike and then relax and charge some of my equipment and then get back with you guys. As you see, I've been pretty busy. Set up camp. I'll show you camp here in a minute. I'm getting kind of hungry, so I'm gonna be cooking here in a minute. So I just want to hurry up and show you our little camp and then get something to eat. Okay, as I was telling you guys in one of my last videos about these clips, and this is what I was talking about when I put the netting over hammocks, tents. I like to bring these little clips out here, and like I told you guys, it works great. Yeah, got me a little towel, wipe off sweat, got my pack and all my beverages, my little stove, and on this side I got the bike hidden, got some more ice cold water inside of that. Yeah, this is turning out to be a pretty good location. Don't know if you heard that, but somebody just closed one of the UPS truck doors. All right, anyhow, let's get back over this way. And I guess what I'm going to have to do is find me a roasting stick. Not sure about you guys, but I enjoy cooking hot dogs over the fire on a stick. All right. I got out here pretty early today. It's only about, I'd say 2 o'clock. Doesn't get dark until about 9:30. But I wanted to be able to come out here and be able to camp and have a nice time. So now that we are gonna eat early today, I'll be able to go ahead and take you guys out around here and we can see what's around these buildings and back in these woods. I'm pretty curious. Not sure what time that UPS store closes. But before I cook these hot dogs, you know what? I'll tell you the story of UPS when we cook these hot dogs. I'm not gonna lie. I could not wait to get out here to roast these hot dogs. But it is funny that UPS right there, this old friend of mine, his name was Scott. We both applied for UPS jobs back in the 1990s, 1994 actually. And Scott got a job at this one, which is just a packaging UPS customer service. And I got stationed, got sent to um, the UPS at the airport. Well, we both went to work because it was midnight shift, and we met up the next day. Scott, he was all beat the heck, man. You know, looked like he just got it out of the tire pits. I'm all still refreshed, and my job, it was pretty easy. The only thing that was hard about it was being on the runways, loading and unloading planes in the freezing cold weather. It's extra cold out there on the airport. But anyways, uh, so yeah, he lasted a handful of months. Um, I guess they really work you hard in that place. But from my experience, it wasn't too bad. Well, I like my hot dogs a little bit burnt. So it's getting there. But okay, this is looking good. I mean, those trucks are right there. I mean, I'm not sure if they. Yeah, that's right. 24 hours. Scott worked there 24 hours. So he was in midnight shift. So that's going to be going on probably all night, unless something changed after all those years. Anyhow, I brought some buns, so I'm really enjoying this stealth camping adventure. I wasn't planning on camping at this location at all. I was just riding by and I noticed this field right next to the UPS, and I was gonna do a whole different stealth camping adventure that I had in mind. And so I passed this about a couple miles, and I thought about it. I said, you know what? I'll do the one I planned some other time, because now that I've seen that UPS field and there's trees behind it, and it's going to bother me the entire night, and I'm going to think of nothing but UPS stealth camping, and it would ruin the whole night. So I just turned the bike around, came back, and the rest is history. Nice and burnt, just the way that I like them. Yeah, I just carry my hot dog buns inside of a little container that used to hold dates. And I just brought a little bit of mustard, and some onions. Some onions on that. These have to be one of my favorite camping foods. Hot dogs. Yep. I also brought some marshmallows. It is just such a nice day out. But we still got a long time of daylight left. I'll say a good 7 hours. So after we get done eating, I'll save the rest of that food for later on. I just wanted to get something in my stomach before we went out and explored what's around here. Well, I'm gonna finish my lunch and I'll get back with you guys when I'm ready to go out exploring. Well, I felt the back of my neck and I'm like, man, what's that? So there's ticks out here. I'm sorry, this camera does not want to zoom up. But anyways, let me kill that tick. Spray myself like crazy. Oh, I hate ticks. Ugh. I mean, that's why I always bring night clothes, because before I get inside that hammock tonight, I am going to strip off all my clothes, get into a pair of shorts, and check every inch of my body for ticks. And, you know, I figured that there would be some ticks out here, like actually a lot of ticks out here because of all the long grass that you see everywhere around us. So that's why I always wear these long socks. Then I make sure I spray my ankles really good with that Deep Woods Off. You know, I was thinking probably about a good hour ago, hey, it's probably time to put some more bug spray on. But anyways, that's where I found a little guy right here. But all right, I'm gonna get back to what I was doing, which is picking off ticks. I'm gonna check myself a little bit better here, and and then we'll go out and explore and get full of a lot more ticks. Wanted to see what this was. Looks like just roofing materials, shingles, what have you. Got some cinder blocks sitting there. Yeah. Nice little pine tree growing up besides that other one. Nice. Well, it's looking pretty thick ahead of us. Oh, this might be our dead end. That looks like it would be a fence or something. No, just super thick. Check that out. Well, I don't have to worry about anybody coming from this direction towards camp. Well, I'm a little bit disappointed. I wanted to see where that led. I would imagine just another company is back there. Speaking of that, here's a map of our camp location that I made earlier. Here, you can check that out right now. And I made, before I leave to go on my little stealth camping adventures, I make a checklist. And the reason I make a checklist is not because I'm so forgetful. It is because after you load up all your equipment, say like in your trailer or your hiking pack, and then you forget, oh, did I put my mattress in there? I don't know, but it could be at the very bottom of the pack. And then you gotta dig out everything. So it's much easier to make a checklist like I do. Something like this. And those little checklists, they come in handy. Yeah, it's about 82 degrees. A big ditch. Glad we came back here during the day. All right, I'm heading back to camp. I wonder how many ticks I accumulated going for this little walk through this long grass. Lots of ticks, but I tell you what, I guess it would be better than having the crabs. All right, here's our camp from this direction. I don't know, about 50 feet away. You could see it a little bit, but from the direction from UPS, you can't see anything. I think it's pretty stealthy. As you see, I have to straighten up camp a little bit. I thought there would be a little bit more out there to see. I didn't realize there's going to be a hedge blocking us, so we couldn't get past all those little trees. Basically a hedge. But yeah, I didn't want to go through there and get all scraped up. And yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I don't know if I brought my wax fire campfire out here with me or not. I didn't put it on the checklist, so I don't know.
I think it's in there. If it is, I might go out there and light it tonight. I don't know. I'm definitely gonna cook up some marshmallows, and this is the reason why I do this, just to get out somewhere and camp. I can't believe I'm so close to UPS, and I can still feel like I'm out in nature camping. And right next to us, you know, there's UPS loading up their trucks.
Before I dig into these delicious hot dogs, I want to try out these lime jalapeno. Mm. You can really smell the jalapeno. Can't really, maybe a little bit you can smell the lime, but mostly jalapeno. Let's give it a go. Okay. Wow. These got a kick. You can feel the burn in the back of your throat. Not too bad, but I'm sure the more you eat of these, the hotter they get. Really nice lime flavor, really comes through. Yeah, I was at Kroger's shopping, seeing these. I'm like, ah, two of my favorite flavors. Got to get them. Yeah, glad I did. I got the ruffles, so they don't get so smashed coming back on my campouts. Well, I'm gonna finish my dinner, and I'll see you as soon as I'm ready for some dessert. Mm. Right before I was recording this video, a deer was like right over this way, huffing and puffing at me. As you can see, I also like my marshmallows burnt. Nice. Mm. It tastes exactly like it would over a campfire. So do the hot dogs. Mm. I haven't had any trouble back here at all. None. Had some close calls getting in. I got to kind of like this lay low back here. So I've just been enjoying myself in my lawn chair. But I don't know, you could probably hear the trucks going in and out. When they back in, they beep. And when they pull out, they also beep. It cooled down quite a bit out here. I'd say it cooled down at least a good 7 degrees. Feels like it's more about 75 now. You can tell I'm ready for some more marshmallows. Okay, well, I'll talk to you guys. I don't know, closer to nightfall. Okay. If you guys want to know more about this wax campfire, go ahead and watch Stealth Camping in the Sewer, and I explain plenty of it in that video. But what I didn't do in that video is the test that I wanted to do. I wanted to see if you could cook hot dogs and marshmallows in these fires without a nasty taste. Well, you know, let's do the hot dog first. So I'm really not expecting it to be as good as over a regular campfire or even over my propane stove. Let's let's smell it. I don't know, man. Kind of smells like a hot dog candle. All right. I'm going to let this cool off a little bit, and then we'll give it a try and see if it passes the hot dog test. I don't know. I know you can't probably see it. But it kind of has, I don't know. Oh yeah, it has like a soot on it. I don't know about tasting this thing. Ugh. Well, I guess one bite. I don't know. This is a bad idea. I don't know. Perhaps a coyote might want this tonight. I don't know. Yeah, I have black all over me now. All right, well, that fails the test. Thumbs down. And heck, why do a marshmallow? Because all you're going to do with the marshmallow is light it. And it's going to turn so black, you ain't going to be able to see anything nasty on it. Well, besides cooking over these wax fires, I don't recommend it, honestly. Sounds fun. Sounds like a good idea. But yeah, it's not. All right. I think I'm done. I didn't even want to taste that marshmallow. Uh, oh. Well, I guess what I'm gonna do now is just sit back here by this campfire probably for the next hour because I'm getting pretty tired, to be honest. And then I'm gonna crawl inside that hammock and call it a night. Well, all right, those are fireworks. Never know in the Wayne County area. Okay, I see. I'll see you guys in an hour. Oh. My little glow stick, blue, is not as bright as the green. Can't even see my face. It's about, I would say about 12:30. Well, this sleeping bag, this ultralight, is pretty nice. Nice and wide. Not too hot. Phew. But yeah, I would say it probably went down to about, oh, it's 65. But yeah, I am beat. I was sitting on my chair in the dark and I nodded off. So I guess that's my signal to go to bed. All right. I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, everybody. Greeted by a deer this morning. Curious deer. I mean, all night they come up and they'll get about that far away from me and they'll just like huff and puff. This one is being very nice though. Well, it's gonna be a good morning. All right, well, I'm gonna pack up camp and get out of here. Wow, the getting's good. Okay, camp is all broke down, and that deer was just unbelievable. The whole time I was recording me breaking down camp, that deer, honest to, honest to God, it was standing right next to the tripod. I thought it was going to walk in front of the tripod, which would have been cool. Or I thought it was going to knock it down. But anyways, speaking of animals, I feed birds and squirrels at my house. And I bet you they're waiting on me too. As a matter of fact, I trained one squirrel that when it's hungry, it comes up to my window and it knocks on it. Here, I got a picture of it in my window knocking to be fed. Check it out. Well, I better get home and feed my birds and my squirrels. All right, let's get out of here. Okay, and another successful stealth camping adventure. Well, thank you for coming along again on another stealth camping adventure. I'd like to take the time to thank all the new subscribers and also everybody that takes the time to watch my videos. Until next time, I'll see you when we go stealth camping.